I am in the spectacular city of Istanbul, the only city in the world that spans across two continents, Europe and Asia. Istanbul was the capital of two powerful empires, the Byzantine and the Ottoman. And it was known as the Second Rome or Nova Roma in ancient times. There is an endless list of things to do in the majestic city of Istanbul, from food to history to culture to architecture. But let's take a look at some of the top things to do and see in Istanbul. Merhaba and welcome to Istanbul. I'm excited to share with you our 3-day plan for exploring the beautiful city of Istanbul. In this video, I'll be covering where to stay, what to see, what are the various transportation options and currency. So please watch till the end of this video for the information. Istanbul, the most visited city in the world in 2023, with over 20 million tourists, is a bustling metropolis. Home to over 15 million people, it's a melting pot of cultures and religions. If you drive or take a taxi or bus, you will experience the city's infamous traffic. But Istanbul's modern trams and metro makes getting around cheaper, faster and easier. You can buy a metro card from kiosk at any metro station. And all you need is a copy of the metro map to get around Istanbul. The official currency of Turkey is the Turkish lira. And if you need cash, no problems. ATMs and currency exchange shops are widely available throughout Istanbul. Credit cards work, but carry some cash, Turkish lira, when you're in Istanbul. English is spoken in Istanbul, but not everyone speaks English, so keep Google Translate handy. Our day 1-2 began at the Hippodrome of ancient Constantinople. This arena was the heart of Byzantine social life, hosting chariot races and public gatherings. The majestic granite obelisk from the 15th century BC was erected in the great temple of Karnak in Luxor, Egypt. But in 390 AD, one of the Roman emperors transported this ancient relic to Constantinople and it was re-erected right here in the Hippodrome. A short walk from the Hippodrome took us to the Blue Mosque or Sultan Ahmad Mosque, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture. Remember, Istanbul is home to many beautiful mosques and it's important to follow the dress code and you should dress respectfully when visiting these sacred sites. Before it became the majestic Blue Mosque we see today, this site was occupied by the Great Palace of Constantinople, the primary residence of Byzantine emperors for over 800 years. The mosque was completed in 1616 and is famous for its beautiful blue Isnik tiles that adorn its interior. It remains an active mosque today, welcoming visitors from around the world. Next, we visited the magnificent Hagia Sophia. Originally built as a Christian cathedral in 537 AD, it stood as the world's largest cathedral for nearly 1,000 years before becoming a mosque in 1453. In 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks and the Byzantine Empire came to an end, and the name of the city was changed from Constantinople to Istanbul. Though Turkey has a Muslim majority population, Turkey is a secular country. Today, Hagia Sophia is a mosque and a museum. Mosque is on the ground floor and is open to the Muslims, and the first floor is open to all visitors. Its dome and stunning mosaics are a testament to the Byzantine architecture. One of the most striking features inside the Hagia Sophia are its Christian mosaics. These mosaics, some dating back to the 9th century, depict biblical figures such as Jesus and Mary. Steps away from the Hagia Sophia is the Topkapi Palace, a symbol of the grandeur and history of the Ottoman Empire. This splendid palace served as the primary residence of Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years. One of the most fascinating parts of Topkapi Palace is the harem. This private sanctuary was the home of the Sultan's family and his concubines. Its intricately decorated rooms and corridors reflect the luxury and secrecy of palace life. From Topkapi Palace, either you can walk or take the tram to the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. With over 4,000 shops, it's a treasure trove of spices, textiles, jewelry, and more. On the way back to our hotel, we stopped by the Aqueduct of Valens. This aqueduct was built in the 4th century to provide water to the city. This impressive structure stretches over 900 meters and stands as a reminder of the city's Roman heritage. Before we get to day 2, let me share some of the options you have to go to the city from the airport. Istanbul Airport is one of the busiest airports in the world, but offers several convenient ways to get to the heart of the city. Havaş Airport Shuttle is available and provides comfortable and reliable bus services to various parts of Istanbul. You can catch a Havaş bus right outside the arrival terminal. The journey takes approximately 45 to 90 minutes, depending on traffic and your destination. Another great option is the metro, but you may have to change from metro to a tram depending on your destination. If you prefer a more direct and private option, yellow taxis would be the best option. Day 2 started with an early morning visit to the Spice Bazaar. Built in 1660, it was originally named the Egyptian Bazaar because it was constructed with the revenues from Egypt, then an Ottoman province. Walking through the L-shaped Spice Bazaar is a sensory delight, with vibrant colors and rich aromas filling the air. The flower market next to the Spice Bazaar is a must visit for anyone looking to experience the softer, more vibrant side of Istanbul's market culture. The Galata Bridge links Sultanahmet and Taksim areas of Istanbul on the European side. If you feel like learning about Istanbul's history and doing some sightseeing, Sultanahmet is the place to visit. For shopping and a buzzing nightlife, Taksim is the place to go. We must cross the bridge to go to Galata Tower and Taksim Square. Trams and taxis are available, but walk the bridge. Walk the bridge for that Istanbul experience. As you walk along the Galata Bridge, you will see a blend of daily life and leisure activities. One of the most popular pastimes here is fishing. Locals and visitors alike, they gather on the bridge to fish in the waters of the Golden Horn. The iconic Galata Tower offers panoramic views of Istanbul, giving you a bird's eye view of the city's sprawling landscape. Whether you are a food enthusiast or not, enjoying a slice of San Sebastian cheesecake under the Galata Tower is a must-do. So, when you are in Istanbul, make sure to indulge in a slice of San Sebastian cheesecake from Vienna Kavasi. Our day 2 tour concluded in the heart of Taksim Square. Taksim is not only a public square, but this entire neighborhood is one of the most frequented tourist areas in the city. From Taksim Square, we took a stroll down the Istiklal Street, a lively pedestrian avenue that stretches for almost 1.5 kilometers. It's lined with boutiques, cafes, and historical buildings, showcasing the vibrant life of modern Istanbul. The nostalgic Taksim tram is a beloved symbol of Istanbul's rich heritage. First introduced in the late 19th century, these trams serve as a primary means of transport for Istanbul's residents. Taksim Square and Istiklal Street are the best locations for nightlife in Istanbul. We enjoyed in a sweet treat at Faruk Galoglu, famous for its delicious baklava at their Taksim store location. I strongly recommend this, okay? This traditional Turkish dessert made of layers of pastry filled with chopped nuts and sweetened with honey is a must try. Now that you have seen the different areas of Istanbul, you might ask which area is the best location for visitors to stay. First up is Sultanahmet, the heart of historic Istanbul. This area is perfect for first-time visitors, as it's home to many of the city's most famous landmarks. Staying here means you will be just steps away from Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, and Topkapi Palace. Then we have Taksim area, known for its lively atmosphere and vibrant nightlife. This neighborhood is perfect for those who want to be in the thick of the action. From trendy bars and restaurants to historic sites like the Galata Tower, Taksim area has something for everyone. Let's move on to day 3. On day 3, we visited the mystical Basilica system. This ancient underground reservoir, built in the 6th century, is supported by 336 marble columns and was used to store water for the great palace of Constantinople. The dim lighting and the reflections on the water create an eerie yet beautiful atmosphere. There are 2 Medusa heads believed to have been brought from a Roman era building or a temple. One head is positioned sideways while the other is upside down. No one knows why the heads are placed like this, but there are many creative interpretations. To wrap up our incredible trip, we went for a Bosphorus cruise, both day and dinner cruise. The Bosphorus Strait is a natural strait that links the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, and it separates the European side of Istanbul from the Asian side of Istanbul. Actually, the cruise helped us to get a much better view of Dolmabahce Palace and the Otokoy Mosque that we wouldn't get otherwise from the land. The highlight of the evening was the traditional Turkish night on the cruise, complete with music, dance and a sumptuous feast, making it a perfect end to our Istanbul trip. Thank you for joining us on this memorable journey through Istanbul. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos. Hoşça kal.